Alright, so here I am on my way to work, and basically I had to film this because it's going to be my last time with this old paint on. I want to give people kind of an update on how things are going. So this thing's dirty. I haven't washed it in quite a while, which is a little bit embarrassing, not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, you could see what the paint does, what this Rust-Oleum does over time is it kind of gets like a chalky deal. You can rub it off. It's pretty consistent. I mean, chalky, I would say, other than kind of blotchy spots from inconsistent weathering or something. Yeah, I mean, over time, you know, a lot of people want to criticize the no strut bar, but that's held up over time. This is a local Denver group I'm part of. Hoopties, Hot Rods, and Hot Dogs, something like that. You know, I've used this thing as a truck, so it's has some problems. The bed is all scuffed up. I'll post some pics of things I've hauled in this thing over the years, because it has been years. These latches are a bit worse for wear. Probably replace those guys with newer ones. Yeah, but overall, I mean, the truck's treated me pretty well, and I really like using it. Just the other day I was hauling a bike and dinged up my top of the cab there, and yeah, I mean, she's yeah, things like plastic areas definitely peeled off a little bit better, so I'm gonna try some different stuff with that when we paint it. Hopefully you guys like the new color. I don't think these wheels have been online. I'm rubbing a little bit here, so I'd like to fix that. You can see the tires worn down, but yeah, she's looking pretty good. Alright, so I always kind of want to do a ride to work, so I did try for a cold start, but I forgot to press record, so I think you can imagine what a stock NA 2.5 Subaru sounds like. I feel like some mornings I can feel or hear the fuel pump a little bit more because the fuel pump's kind of inside the cabin. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to kind of go over some pros and cons of this thing. So one con is that it's much noisier than a stock Forester. And that's because I haven't done the best job of soundproofing everything. But I mean, it's a regular car. It goes on the freeway fine. I feel like it lowered the center of gravity a little bit. I added sheets and things like that for the bed, so I don't think I really saved too much weight. Its seats are really light on the Forester. If anybody has a Forester they want to weigh back to back, that would be cool. It would have been good if I waited beforehand, but I didn't. This car gets a lot of looks, but I think it's partially because of the paint job, where it looks like kind of factory. If you really look at the plexiglass rear windows, things like that, it's, you know, doesn't look factory, but I think it looks decently, or I guess the tailgate latches are another giveaway, but other than that, I think it does look like something's going on, but pretty, looks like a truck. And in Colorado, they just passed lane filtering, which is pretty interesting. I'm a fan. But it's different seeing it after driving here for a while. And the pros is, at the end of the video you saw, you know, I've hauled a lot of stuff with this thing. A lot of tall stuff and some stuff I haven't taken pictures of. You know, the tailgate flattens out and makes sense to the bed. One thing that does need to be addressed is water management. So this something I didn't think about, and probably a lot of people when they do a truck bed conversion on a car, is on a car you have a roof and, you know, water paths to the ground. And on a regular pickup truck, you have the cab and the bed are separate. So it's not like a unibody type deal. So that if water gets in the bed, there's the holes in the front corners of the bed and the tailgate that water can drain out. So in a situation like this, the bed is not really separate from the cab. It's all one piece. So you really have to figure out methods. And I did talk about this on the conversion build that I made water channels, made holes. Well, water still got in the back of the cabin, still does get in. If it's somewhere in the bed, I can hear it. So, I mean, that's something that needs to be addressed, and I would say probably not going to get 100% addressed. But my plan is to take PEX tubing, which is not UV resistant. But because of its placement, I don't think it's going to get a lot of sun. I think it'll work fine. And then bulkhead fittings for drain tubes in the front corners of the bed. The rear can kind of drain out, assuming you park on a slope. So, I don't know, that's the plan. We'll see how well it works. I don't know, what do you guys want to see on this truck? I would say in some ways, I'm not that excited about it because I just drive it every day. It'd be cool to get excited again. I think you may have seen on my channel that I've been getting into electric bikes. So that's really what I've been focusing on. I just recently got a Ruckus and another platform that's been really a custom build. So that's what I'm excited about. But I feel like I owe people this video to give an update on the paint, update on the state of the truck. Sorry the audio quality is bad. I know that it's loud in here. But yeah, this thing's awesome. We're gonna see how it does in Friday night traffic. I mean, it does fine. I drive it all the time, unless something's wrong with it. See, I'm trying to think if I had anything wrong with this thing. I don't think so. Oh, actually, I did have plug wire go bad on me, and that was after I changed plugs, so maybe it was defective or maybe I pushed too hard on it or something, but it wouldn't snap onto the spark plug tip. Yeah, sorry about the lighting is bad. Every day it's bad because the direction I travel to and from work. I need to stop working, it's the problem. It's gonna get loud on the freeway too because AC is not exactly working or consistent. I do kind of like the way this car sounds. The factory muffler rusted. I don't know if it's completely off, but I had a giant hole in it at the very least. And I just put a resonator on it, and I think it's great. I don't think it's too loud. It's a little loud because it's the truck conversion, so there's not a lot of insulation in the cab. But other than that, it's awesome. It's still slow, but I think it has an interesting sound. I also have a vinyl cutter, so if anybody has any cool stickers I could put on this truck, I think that'd be fun to do. I don't think I've done a video with my vinyl cutter, but I did show some stickers I've made. There is a green Tesla Cybertruck behind me. That's kind of odd. It's turning, you might be able to see it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Also had a flatbed, which is, if you've seen the Whistle and Diesel video, you know that might not be a great idea. Behind a car that's turning, and I got the yellow light too. It's okay. It's Friday, and traffic is what it's going to be. Yep, traffic is pretty bad. Curious how this car sounds on camera. Yeah, get some exhaust pops, Subaru noises. There's a dude who drives a Forester. It's so weird. Commuting culture is pretty weird. You see the same cars. I'm sure there's some people who are like, oh, that's the dude in the Forester truck. But there's a Forester who, because every day on I-25 I'm driving north, and the sun hits the left side of your body like pretty intensely. I don't know if you can see the glare. I feel like I get sunburned on this side of my neck, especially because I have the window open all the time. The windows are tinted, so if I had AC, that might help. But he has a bandana that he just like rolls up in the window. My dad and I were having a conversation about, you know, how fun like small like motorcycles, e-bikes could be. Because I really am a fan of them. If you've seen my channel lately, and more to come if there's interest. The last video totally tanked, so I lost a little bit of motivation to edit, and there's been the severe gap in my upload time. But he was talking about how, you know, when he was growing up, he always wanted to have the fastest bike and stuff, but the goal for me kind of just have fun, and I think small bikes that you can whip around that have a lot of power for what they are a load of fun, and probably more fun, slightly less danger than big bikes with lots of danger, and a lot can go wrong. So yeah, and they're more expensive. The thing I don't like about e-bikes is they can catch on fire, and fire is dangerous and scary. Actually, this car, I caught it on fire when I was welding. I think I was using a moving blanket to shield the seats from burning, and that was dumb. Don't do that. Get a fiberglass blanket. They're cheap. They're itchy, but they're cheap, and they don't catch on fire, which is a plus. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this video vlog or whatever you want to call it, but I'm excited to bring to you this truck in proper form, hopefully with some water management solutions, those drain tubes, and a new color. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Please do comment or watch another video. I think that's what helps the channel. Watch to the end with another video. That would be awesome. But yeah, so I really do appreciate you tuning into this video. Not what I typically do, but yeah, have a good day, weekend, whatever, man. Look at all the space for activities. Now, I don't have strut bars, and everybody likes to remind me, but with strut bars, can you do this? Can you do this? Huh? No, you can't haul dirt bikes, all kinds of stuff, if you have strut bars. So that's why I don't have them. I would say things like these kind of rub a little bit because of the angle everything has to fold in. But overall, things have held up really well. These 3D printed TPU bump stops have held up. Everything's held up. She just needs to paint, and she's got some scratches. Things are worse for wear, but this truck is awesome. And honestly, other than the water stuff,
which I'm actually a little scared to look down there to see what's going on. Don't think it's so good. Love these bolts. I think it looks super race. It's sick. But overall, this thing's awesome, man. I would say that, you know, I haven't detailed these wheels very much. I think they turned out pretty good. I can listen to comments if somebody's curious what the specs are, but they're pretty common for lowered Subarus. Somebody also commented that I didn't properly cover up some glass, which is totally true. It's hard to see on camera, but little rust speckles. Oh, there you go. There's some. You can kind of see. Yeah, if you look, there's a lot of rust speckles that just don't wash off. They're actually embedded in the glass, but thing is pretty dope.